Hello everybody, Luca here. Today I'm interviewing Alex Dow, who won UK Nationals. Hello, yeah, I mean like you didn't practically win UK Nationals, but you conceded in the finals. But first of all, hello Alex.
Hi, Luca.
Um, Thanks for doing the interview with me. Just to clarify the thing, you're not UK National Champion, but we saw the live stream and you won 2-0 against your good friend Oliver Finelli, right?
I'm officially I'm runner-up. So Oliver is the national champion.
Mhm.
But I scooped him in the final.
Yeah, but it was a very interesting match. We watched the finals at the stream. The stream was awesome, by the way. Very good job. And then we were like, yeah, he won, right? Then I texted you, and you were like, nah, I'm just run up, and it was what? What is going on? But okay, you used the Seismitoad Shamini EX deck, and your nationals was the first nationals with Roaring Skies, right?
That is correct, yeah.
So you practically didn't really know what to expect at all. I mean, like, of course, many Rayquaza decks, many Shymins, but how did you prepare for the tournament?
It was difficult because obviously as it's the first tournament with Roaring Skies.
Hmm.
So we just done a lot of testing with the new decks with my team. So like Tim Out, Oliver Fenley, Luke Kirkham, Charlie Powell,
Hmm.
and a few others. But we decided to go with a safe deck. So a deck we knew how to play, we've played before, and we focused on the mirror match a lot because I mean, the other matchups tend to be in Toad's favor already. So it was mainly the mirror match that you had to learn how to play.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, if we have a look at your list, we see that you play a heavy supporter line, like with Freak Juniper, and the rest just one Lysandre, one Trump card, one Flagrant, one Xerosic, one Acet, one Getsis. One Getsis is a very interesting choice. Why one Getsis? Just for the mirror, right?
Yeah, it works so well in the mirror. And generally against most decks, to be honest. So if you generally go first with Toad, obviously you can't lock your opponent out because you can't attack first.
Hmm.
But we thought of the was to get rid of all your opponent's item cards, especially with a lot of decks like the Mirror, which don't play that many supporters anyway,
Hmm.
and they're focusing on item draw, like using Trainer's Mail or Ultra Balls for Shamans. If you deny that, you generally have a big advantage
Of course, because then he has to
in
rely
the
on
Mirror.
his luck and top decking, and if he doesn't have anything in his hand, pretty, pretty,
Yeah,
pretty,
exactly.
pretty interesting choice. Yeah. We also saw Getz's move in the finals. I think it was the first or the second game, I don't know, where he just locked Oliver turn one with Getz's.
Yeah, actually, I went second in the finals, but it was quite a casual game because we knew what was going to happen anyway. But Oliver went for the gets this. But I mean, you could be very lucky. Someone gets this you if you have a shaman in your hand or a juniper, it's not too much of a problem. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so using gets this, sometimes you don't want to discard your hand and play a juniper. So if you get this and you're quite happy with your hand, you get those extra cards, which make it very valuable in
Hmm.
the mirror matchup.
Definitely. And I think it's very interesting to see that you played 1-1 Slurper. Because I mean you have the ultimate draw power with 4 Shaman EX, but 1-1
Hmm.
Slurpuff, did that come in handy or how did you like that?
I thought it was very important. So with Shaman, you explode from your first turn,
Hmm.
and you draw through all of your deck quite. But the 1-1 Slurp off line gives you a mid game, or mid and late game,
Hmm.
so that it's not all at the start. Because once you have all your Shamans down, especially in the mirror, you sometimes you just so with the Slurp off line, I could continuously draw my deck and maybe hit the Team Flare Grant or a Jirachi for like another supporter, for example.
Hmm.
But it was also when you Ultra Ball, sometimes you have a Shaman in hand already, and it just means that Ultra Ball isn't a dead card.
Hmm.
So you could just grab the Swirlex, bench the Swirlex, and play Shaman again for more cards.
I see, I see. But for example, you didn't play any Cashews, you played 3 Super Scoop Up and 1 Scoop Up Cyclone. You decided
Hmm.
to play that ace back. How did that work out in the end? I mean, I think it's very
Um,
important with Shaman.
yeah, exactly. The reason why we went for that over something like computer search was with the amount of cards that you draw with Shaman already, you already tend to hit the DCs quite quickly.
Mhm.
And also with scoop up cyclone, AZ, and super scoop ups, if you go second and your opponent lasers you, head ringers you, it doesn't matter so much. Because you can
Definitely,
always just pick it up and quake and punch first.
yeah. And one startling megaphone. I think that's also very interesting because I think I've never seen a seismitoad list where people played s- one startling megaphone. I mean, like you have Xerosic, but I think that you use that mainly for the DCs of your opponent.
Yep, exactly.
And I
Um,
think that a turn one megaphone when he's not able to lock you is pretty decent.
yeah, exactly. It's when your opponent can't lock you and they have like muscle bands to begin with. So when you play against your opponent and they see you're playing Seismitoad, or your opponent immediately starts attaching all their tools down as quick as possible.
Mm,
Like in the Rayquaza matchup, they put the Spirit Links down as quick as possible. But sometimes if you go second and you're drawing through your deck, you hit that one megaphone and it completely turns the game.
mm. And did that work out during the tournament?
Yeah, it was the whole deck list was I can't see changing any mu or much of the deck list. It was every card was very important
Yeah, yeah.
in different matchups.
But you also decided to play three Hypnotoxic Laser and two Verbing City Gym. I think that most of the lists play four Hypnotoxic Laser and some of them even three Verbing City Gym. Uh, why
Hmm.
that?
Uh, I think it's the same idea with most of the cards. One, the space. So it's a nice to have the four hypnotoxic lasers,
Mm,
but with three, sometimes with four, you tend to have two quite a lot in your hand when you're drawing so many cards,
mm,
and sometimes you just can't play them. Especially in something like the Primal Groudon matchup,
mm,
we
mm.
we have dead cards that we just don't want in our hand.
I see.
So if we play free, we just you play Lysander's trump card and you do it
And you
all
get it
over
back
again.
anyway,
So
so
yeah, so free was enough. It was more than enough.
yeah. Yeah. And then, last but not least, the energies. You just played 40 CEs without any water energies. Have you played against any metal deck?
Um, I didn't play a metal deck. I played against a Manectric Aegislash deck.
What?
Um, yeah, it was run by Jack Armstead. He's quite a well-known Pokemon. Well, he hasn't played for a while now, but he came
Mm,
back with this Manectric Aegislash deck, which was really hard to play against.
yeah, of course.
Um, so it wasn't too much of a problem. I mean, if I played another metal, yeah, I probably would have ran into a bit of issues, but in the UK, there's not too many metal players.
Okay, I see. I see. But let's talk about the tournament. How did you and how was the score of the Swiss rounds? I mean, like how many rounds did you have?
There was 8 rounds
Eight
we played
rounds.
it. Yeah, I
And
think it was 131.
masters, not
Um,
bad.
so I ended first seed with 6 wins and 2 draws.
Okay, so undefeated.
Yeah. So it
Very
was I
nice.
was yeah I was 502 with the last round to go, and I played someone who was already in cut, so they scooped to me so we can both be in. So I ended up 602.
Oh, very nice. Okay, and what did you play against in top eight?
Top eight, I played against Virizion, Genesect, Seismitoad.
Wow, and you
Yeah.
won that.
Yeah, I got very lucky. Of course, in the Virgin matchup.
Hmm.
He couldn't stream Virizions, so once there was one point where I think I discarded 8 of his grass energies.
Crazy.
Um, in total, and then he only had one left on the field. But because he plays DC as well, he could still hit with Virizion. It was difficult, but I was able to somehow win the matchup. I
Two
won it in
zero
game
or
three. Sorry.
2-0 or did you win 2-1?
Uh, I won 2-1. Three actually went to sudden. I won 2-1, the perfect start. So I started Mewtwo. I had Mewtwo EX
Yeah.
and just played all my Shamans down. Got a DC, eventually got an N, and then he couldn't do anything about it then.
Okay. Very very nice. Uh, so you had it to top four, and I think that there were four toad decks in top four. Is that correct?
No, it was 4 item lock decks. It was 2 Seismitoad Shamans, which was me and Oliver,
Hmm.
and 2 Trevenant Shamans.
Okay. So you both kicked the Traveling Shamans.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I played a guy called Jamie Serhan. He went first both. I won 2-0. He went first both times,
Okay.
and he was just really, really unlucky. He missed the turn one Trevenant
Mm,
in both
so
games, so it meant that I was, yeah,
you were
again I
able
was
to
lucky in
lock him
top four.
down.
So
Yeah. Okay. Very devastating. And then you played against a good friend Oliver in finals, and you knew how the result would be in the end because you had enough points for top 22 with the second place, and you got a
uh,
paid trip.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. So it was always gonna let my friend win.
mm.
But we played for the trophy, so that's why I ended up winning 2-0.
Ah,
But I scooped.
okay, I see, I see.
So
And I think, of course, for the stream too, because people would have been kind of, why is there no stream of the finals?
yeah, exactly. So we had the commentators, we had Ross and Tom Hall commentating,
Yeah,
and
did an amazing job,
they
by the
tried.
way.
I think they yeah, exactly. They were really good. They
Mm,
knew I was gonna scoop, but they tried to make it sound like I wasn't going to.
okay.
It was really interesting because game two, I think Oliver he gets this me and he put a head ring on my cyber toad, and I was gonna consider just AZing my toad and just losing game. I thought I might as well play it out and to see how it goes.
Yeah, and then you won.
Yeah, it was fun. It was the most casual game I've ever played, I think.
Sounds great. So, with the ban of Lazenda's trump card now, would you play the stack again?
I don't think this deck is playable anymore without trump
Yeah, that's
cards.
also my
Everything
thought.
revolves around it.
Yeah, you
Like,
just need to recycle everything because if you play
yeah,
too aggressively, you don't have any outs anymore. Especially with the DCEs, people have to play water energies again because it's
hmm
just you discard them. People discard them way too much, and then you can't do anything anymore. Which is,
exactly.
but yeah. Thanks for the interview, Alex. I would say I think you're third seed at the European ranking right now, or second. I'm not quite sure. No, no, I think you're third.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's
So
slowly going down now.
yeah, yeah. I would say let's see each other in Boston. Thanks for the interview.
No, no problem. Thank you for interviewing me.
All right. So have a great day. Thank you.
You too.